seriously easy. Today I'm going to show you how to remove and replace an over the stove microwave. Okay? They look somewhat difficult, but they're actually not. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. I'm going to open these doors and I'm going to show you some things inside the cabinet that you need to disconnect. Let's get started. So, we're taking a look inside the cabinet. Okay, and what you see here is the cord and the plug that operates the microwave. Basically need to unplug it. Okay. What holds these microwaves up is a plate set on the back side of the microwave and two screws that come down through the top so that it'll pivot down and come out. Now, you see right here, here's one of the screws. We come to the other side. There's your other screw. Okay, now, there are two different types, two different ways this microwave can work, okay? Alright, so what you have is some microwaves vent from a hood. What you'll see inside the cabinet is a round metal pipe, okay? That'll go straight up through the roof and it vents the microwave to the outside. We don't have that type in this case. Now, all of these microwaves will work in both situations. There's merely a damper on the top. This microwave vents through here, okay? Which means it draws the air from the stove and vents it through the top instead of through the roof. And I'll show you that when we get to the new microwave, that there's just merely a lever that you pull and it'll vent through the front of the machine. Okay? Basically we have a pretty easy one here. We don't have the vent, so we don't have to worry about making that connection. Let's get started and take this thing out. Okay. To make it easier for myself, because I'm alone, I removed the stove, pulled it away from the wall. That way I can get up under this and hold it while I'm releasing the two screws at the top. Because what will happen is when I release the two screws, the microwave will want to fall. And I certainly don't want it to fall on the brand new stove. So make sure you get yourself some help. Okay, these things aren't super heavy, but the older ones weigh a lot more than the newer ones. Okay, just a little tidbit of information. Get yourself some help to hold it up while the screws are being removed, and then you can remove the unit. Now, the old microwave came out just fine. Just like I said, once I got the two top screws out, I was able to lower it down and pull it off the plate. Okay, this is the plate that the microwave sits on. This whole entire thing is a metal plate. Okay, what happens is the microwave comes in, leans up, hooks onto these two hooks, push it up, put the screws down through the top here, and that's all there is to it. Now I've got to remove this plate, and by the looks of what they've done here is they've used toggle bolts. I don't know if you've ever seen those, but I know you've seen them, but what they are is they look like a little wing with a spring. Okay, what they do is they put them on loose, shove them through the hole and tighten them in, and they grab the back side of the sheetrock from the back. Okay, me, I prefer to try to find an actual wooden stud in the wall. This house should be framed at 16 on center, which means studs are 16 inches apart somewhere behind here on center. And what I've got to find those studs, simply use a magnet. Okay, what happens is the magnet picks up on the screw or the nail that's holding the sheetrock, and it tells you exactly where the stud is. Then all you have to do from that point is measure from that stud 16 inches over, and you'll find the center of your second stud. Okay, I prefer to do that. I only use toggle bolts if I absolutely need to, and I may have to in this case. We're going to find out shortly. I took off the big metal backer plate, and to my surprise, they actually did hit the wooden studs. You can see there's a little bit of damage back here, but that's not going to matter because The new microwave is going to come with its own backer plate. Probably going to fill this entire area. It's not going to be an issue, but it was quite helpful that they hit the studs. Now I don't have to search for them. I came up under the counter here and took a pencil and marked them. That way I can find them, and they won't be seen because the microwave is going to be covering this whole area. Okay? Next step, install the new one. Good news. Our microwave has finally arrived. So now we can deinstall. Again, there's our new microwave. And there's our big gaping hole in the wall. Where that is going to be. Taking our microwave and all our components out of the box. Okay, there it is. Now, this piece is the rail. This rail is what holds the microwave to the wall at the bottom. Okay, if you watch, it was screwed in right here. Just a couple little screws. So you see the little hooks on there. Okay, we're going to bolt this to the wall. I'm going to set the microwave on those little flanges and go straight up with it. Okay, now what they gave us was some templates, and I just stuck them up here real quick. I don't really need them, but if you look at the templates, you can see where this railing goes here. Okay, the templates are made so that if you put them right up against the cabinet square, you can go ahead and put that in. There's also an upper one, as you can see here. And what that tells you is where to drill your holes. There's 3 holes in this one. When you lift the microwave up, you'll be able to drop the bolts in the little holes to pick up the top of the microwave. That's about it. I've already got this stuff done so I can remove these pieces of paper. I don't need them anymore. Let's get started. So what I've done here is I went ahead and mounted the carrying plate. Okay, I just screwed right through the paper. I knew where my studs were because I had marked them when I pulled the old machine out. So the next thing to do is I've got this mounted nice and solid. I've got 2 really nice long bolts in there right into the studs. This isn't going anywhere. Then all I'll have to do is I just take my knife now and cut this old white template paper off. It'll be gone. Then I'll start drilling my holes in the top so that I can make sure I can grab this microwave after it's stood up. Okay, one more thing. The microwave did come with some mounting hardware. This is what I was telling you earlier. Okay, see how they're like little wings and they got springs in them. Those are toggle bolts, what they call toggle bolts. They also came with a couple of wood screws here. I use the other screws, are a little bit longer and they have a better attachment. As you can see, I've got a big washer here. So I used my screws for that. I certainly could have used these. I don't care for using toggle bolts in drywall to hold something like this up that's heavy like this. So I just wanted to show you that they did give us the mounting hardware that we needed for the microwave. Alright, we're ready to put this microwave in. Back rail's all solid, screwed in nicely, on location. I've also drilled the holes up through the template where the holes were shown to grab the top of the microwave. Here's my screws that came with the microwave right here. I leave them in there. They'll move when I lift the microwave. They're not going to be in the way. And just show you the top of the microwave. Again, the bracket's going to grab underneath here. There's some grooves under here. And that's where the bracket grabs the bottom of the microwave. And when you get it up into position, you see 1, 2, there's 1, 2, and 3 screws, and that's my 3 screws that are sticking down from my cabinet. Only thing left to do is put this heavy monster up there. Let's get it done. Okay, one more thing. We touched on it a little bit earlier. The way the microwave is vented. Okay,
What we have is a recirculating non-ductless. We don't have a duct. There's two other types. There's a top duct and then there's a rear duct here. We have this situation, and these are how the microwaves are shipped. Okay, there's a cap on the microwave that forces the air through the front of the grills in the microwave, so it'll come out up in here. I'll show you that little cap. It's a gray. Okay, you see this cap here? It's a plastic cap. Well, what that does, if you have a vented one, you'll take these screws out, remove the cap, okay, and then put this plate back on, and your ductwork will go here. All right. We don't have that situation, so we're gonna leave this as it is, and that'll force the air to come out through the front of our microwave. Okay. Okay, because I'm by myself doing this today, I've taken my ladder. I could have used a plank or whatever, but I've just taken my little ladder here. It's plenty strong. I set it up on the counter so that I can set the microwave in place, because I had to get the cord in there through the hole, and being by yourself and having only two hands makes it a little more miserable. And that's why I drop my screws in so that I can just hold the microwave up with one hand or my shoulder and grab the screws and get them started so I can let go of the microwave. Okay, just a little hack for you, a little tip and trick on how to do this on your own. This microwave is not that heavy. I should be able to get it in there, no problem. Alright, we've got it all in. It's looking great. I've come in and put the little vents here, one on each side. Went ahead and put my glass tray and my little wheelie hoo-ha in there. And I'm leaving the manuals in there for the owner. The only thing I have left to do is get a little more of this plastic off of here, set the clock, and we're off and running. I hope this helps on how to install an above the counter microwave. It's actually a very nice unit. They're very efficient. Now that we're done, let's have some fun. Party on!